96% vanished. Imagine that for a moment. Nearly every living thing in the sea, gone. This isn't a line from a science fiction movie. It is a fact from Earth's deep history. Our planet seems stable, a blue marble of life hanging in the quiet of space. But its past is violent. It is a story of upheaval, of fire, and ice, and moments when life itself was nearly extinguished. We are here today because life, against all odds, held on. It survived catastrophes that make our own challenges seem small, yet warn us about the future we are building. This is the story of 5 apocalypses, 5 times when the Earth almost died. Our story begins about 444 million years ago. Life was almost entirely confined to the oceans. The continents were barren and rocky. Trilobites scuttled along the seafloor. Early corals built the first reefs. Brachiopods were everywhere. It was a thriving, if alien, marine world. Then, something went terribly wrong. The planet plunged into a sudden and severe ice age. Over about 1 million years, a massive ice sheet grew over the southern pole. Sea levels plummeted. Vast, shallow seas shrank. Homes vanished, left high and dry. This was the first pulse of the extinction. Warm, shallow water creatures had nowhere to go. The cold was the second blow. As the planet cooled, survivors struggled. Tropical organisms could not cope. The global food web began to collapse. The intricate communities of the Ordovician seas fell apart. About 85% of marine species were wiped out, a devastating reset. The cause is still debated. One leading theory, the rise of the Appalachians exposed rock to weathering, pulling CO2, a warming greenhouse gas, out of the air. With less CO2, Earth cooled into ice, a geological process with catastrophic biological consequences. After life recovered, the Devonian, age of fishes, saw diverse schools and giant armored predators like Dunkleosteus. On land, the first true forests spread, tall tree-like plants creating new habitats. But this period of innovation would not last. Starting around 375 million years ago, a slow, drawn-out decline began, the late Devonian extinction. It primarily hit the seas. Coral reefs were decimated, many trilobites vanished, armored fishes suffered massive losses, early forests broke rock into soil, rains flushed nutrients to oceans, triggering algal blooms. As algae decomposed, oxygen was consumed, creating vast marine dead zones. Volcanic dust and gases and sea level changes added stress. The lesson: extinctions can be slow, death by 1,000 cuts as systems are pushed past their limits. A dark murky Devonian sea with a massive armored fish, Dunkleosteus, swimming through the water. We now arrive at the deadliest chapter in our planet's history, an event where 96% vanished. About 252 million years ago, life came closer to total annihilation than ever before or since. The Great Dying. Up to 96% of marine species vanished. On land, roughly 70% of vertebrates died out. Reefs and forests collapsed. Dimetrodon and strange reptiles thrived. Seas brimmed with life. Then, in a geological instant, it ended. The fossil record shows a sudden drop-off. A silent apocalypse. The prime suspect, colossal flood basalts in Siberia, the Siberian Traps, an area larger than Western Europe, piled miles deep, erupting for thousands of years. CO2 and sulfur dioxide poured out, driving runaway warming. Oceans heated, lost oxygen, turned acidic. Acid rain destroyed forests. Methane release likely accelerated a vicious feedback loop, a complete breakdown of Earth's life support systems. This is the benchmark for planetary catastrophe. And yet, from near total loss, life would slowly begin again. After the Great Dying, life recovered into the Triassic, a strange experimental time with new reptiles. The first dinosaurs were small and unassuming. Other reptiles dominated land, rivers, and seas. About 201 million years ago, at the Triassic-Jurassic boundary, a major extinction struck, devastating ocean life and many large land reptiles. Many marine reptiles vanished. The last conodonts disappeared. Roughly half of all species went extinct. As Pangaea cracked, the Central Atlantic magmatic province erupted, massive flood basalts spewing lava and greenhouse gases, causing rapid warming, acidification, and sea level shifts. With competitors gone, dinosaurs diversified, filled empty niches, and evolved into giants that dominated for 135 million years. This extinction was a gateway. One era closed, the age of dinosaurs opened. This is the extinction story everyone knows, the one with the most famous victims, the dinosaurs, rulers of Earth for 150 million years. Then, 66 million years ago, their world ended in a flash of light. A 6-mile-wide asteroid struck near today's Yucatan, forming the Chicxulub crater. Energy beyond billions of atomic bombs, tsunamis, earthquakes, and firestorms. The impact lofted dust, soot, and sulfur into the atmosphere, spreading globally and blocking sunlight. A dark, cold impact winter followed. Plants died, herbivores starved, then carnivores. The global food web collapsed. Non-avian dinosaurs perished, so did pterosaurs, marine reptiles, and ammonites. About 75% of all species vanished. But some small creatures survived. Tiny mammals and burrows, eating insects and roots. Some birds, the living branch of dinosaurs. The end of the age of dinosaurs began the age of mammals, an evolutionary burst that would reshape the planet. From ruin, a new world emerged. Reading the rocks. How we know what happened. You might wonder, how can we know what happened millions of years ago? The answer lies in Earth's diary, written in rock layers. Geologists and paleontologists have learned to read this diary by comparing formations worldwide. In normal layers, fossil diversity is rich. Then, at extinction horizons, it plummets. Species disappear and never return in younger rocks. Chemical clues reveal causes. A thin, global KPG clay enriched in iridium. Rare on Earth, common in asteroids, the smoking gun for impact. Permian rocks show massive carbon injections consistent with flood basalts. Spherules, thick basalts, and isotopes complete the case. Piece by piece, field and lab evidence builds compelling detailed stories of Earth's great dyings. Life always finds a way, the aftermath of apocalypse. Each of the 5 events was a profound tragedy. Millions of years of evolution vanished in a geological blink, yet extinctions, like forest fires, destroy and clear the way for new growth. Dominant species fall, leaving empty ecological niches. Survivors, often small and unassuming, find a world of opportunity. Evolution accelerates. Runners, swimmers, flyers, thinkers, mammals radiate after KPG into horses, whales, bats, us. After the Permian, reptiles rose. After Triassic-Jurassic, dinosaurs became giants. Extinctions prune the tree of life and let new branches grow. Today's living world is the product of cycles of destruction and renewal. A lesson for humanity. We have seen worlds of fire and ice, volcanoes, asteroids, climate change, bring life to the brink. Many scientists believe we are in a 6th mass extinction, happening now, not from an asteroid or volcano, but from us. Burning fossil fuels, clearing forests, polluting oceans, over-harvesting, driving extinctions tens to hundreds of times the background rate. Past extinctions show climate change, acidification, and ocean deoxygenation are known planetary killers. Unlike dinosaurs, we see the asteroid coming. Science gives us foresight and power, protect biodiversity, transition to clean energy, preserve healthy oceans and forests. The story of life is resilient, yet fragile. The future of countless species, including our own, depends on which chapter we choose to write next.